This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news tonight, 2 Manatee County schools have been given the all clear after going on lockdown for a brief period this afternoon due to a nearby shooting. Sheriff's deputies say the shooting happened on 10th Street Court East in Bradenton. Another call they came in that a gunshot victim was found on 42nd Court East. The victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The 2 nearby schools put on lockdown were Samoset Elementary and Southeast High School. Detectives are following up on several leads, but so far no one has been arrested. And tonight, the Sarasota County School District is hosting a digital town hall, giving people access to that meeting right from the comfort of their own home. And they'll be discussing many important issues impacting the school district, including security and safety. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us live from the district's headquarters in Sarasota with more tonight. Rick?
Yes, Scott and Jacqueline, good evening. This is exciting stuff for the school district. I'm joined by Joe Binswanger. He is acting communications director for the school district. And Joe, great to have you on the show.
Glad to be here, Rick. Thanks for having me.
And let's talk first off a little bit about what's happening here this evening.
Well, we are really pleased to have our second digital town hall where we'll be streaming it live off the district website, also broadcasting it live on the education channel, which is channel 20 on Comcast and channel 33 on Frontier. But maybe most excitingly is we'll be broadcasting it live through Facebook Live.
Yeah, it really is amazing the technology that's available, but talk about that where you're able to reach so many people just through this technology.
Well, you're right, Rick, and one of the great things is that a parent can be at soccer practice or dance practice or any number of places, and they can pull their smartphone out and watch the digital town hall and actually ask questions through Facebook Live or tweet their questions in through Twitter at Sarasota County Schools.
Okay, really quickly talk about the time it's going on and who will be answering all the questions tonight.
Great. It's from 7 to 8 tonight. We have a wonderful moderator in Vicki Oldham, a longtime member of the community, our superintendent, Dr. Todd Bowden, board chair, Bridget Ziegler, our 3 assistant superintendents. For the first half hour, we'll have our director of safety and security, along with a high school and middle school principal, because we're really focusing on a national topic in school safety and security for that first 30 minutes tonight.
Okay, Joe, thanks for your time. That's Joe Binswanger. He is acting communications director for the Sarasota County School District. And make sure you check that out tonight. It's happening starting at 7 o'clock. We'll have a lot more on this coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. Reporting live from Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Rick. The number of sexual harassment victims and those accused of the act seem to be growing each day, and no group or profession has been unaffected. Just in the last week, women have come forward claiming they were sexually abused by journalists, chefs, and politicians. It's not just happening in Hollywood or in politics, but also in athletics. A few years ago, a former Suncoast football coach was accused of sexually assaulting female high school students. Nationally, Olympic gold medalist Allie Raceman, along with 2 other teammates, claimed they were sexually harassed by former USA Gymnastics team doctor Larry Nassar.
It's hard for me to comprehend the fact that we still have to say abuse is not okay. I can't really understand how some people think it's okay to hurt someone else and how many people look the other way. It's disgusting.
Coming up tonight on ABC7 News at 7, Erica Jackson shares how one professional athlete was affected by sexual abuse, and Alan Cohn sits down with Raceman as she tells her story.
A budget shortfall may be leading to decreased county services at some area parks. Sarasota County Administrator Tom Harmer sending the cities of Sarasota, Venice, and Northport letters saying the county may stop maintaining several county parks within the cities. Right now, the county does some maintenance, including lawn mowing at parks through an interlocal agreement. But the county may stop that as it looks to cut expenses. The maintenance may then fall onto the cities if the county is unable to provide that service.
A little bit more of that December feel, hopefully coming in the next few days. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Hasn't been that way over the past week now. Temperatures have been all in the 80s. The high today was 80 degrees at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport. 73 right now. It's comfortable out there. We have generally fair skies. We are looking for some colder air. You know, we've been talking about this since last week. Indications were that we're going to see some chillier air move in around 6th to 7th of this month. And sure enough, it's going to happen, but it's going to be delayed a little bit now. We were anticipating it here on Friday, and now it looks like Saturday will be the arrival. Dew point temperature now 71. That's way up there, and that's due to that south-south wind, west wind at 5 miles an hour. There is a cold front. It's bottled to the northwest of some snow falling in the mountains of North Carolina earlier and more developing now. That frontal boundary staying to our north. It's a slow mover, too. It's not going to be doing much over the upcoming 24 hours. Eventually, a little kicker will move it down our way, and that happens on Friday, bringing with it a chance for some rainfall. No rain going on around now, and it will stay that way. There is a possibility of some snow in Florida. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Bob. A quick-thinking fisherman is being hailed a hero tonight after jumping off the Venice fishing pier to save a sea turtle. The turtle got hooked by a fishing line and couldn't get away. The fisherman then jumped in and wrestled with the turtle, eventually freeing it from the hook and fishing line. While the turtle was freed, experts at Mote Marine say jumping into the water was incredibly dangerous and they do not recommend doing it. They said you should instead try to get the animal to move towards the beach and then call the Mote Marine hotline. Witnesses say they did try to get that turtle to the beach, but it was not cooperating.
That is shark-infested water. These are wild animals. The best thing to do is let a trained individual like our staff go ahead and look at the turtle.
The man was injured and the sea turtle was able to swim away.
The Peace River Wildlife Center in Punta Gorda is nursing an eagle back to health after it was shocked on a power line. Monday, the center received several calls that an eagle was struggling in a nearby canal. Residents say they heard a loud bang and then went outside to check it out. Officers and a veterinarian were called in and found extensive burn marks on the eagle's body. Florida Power and Light is now working to repair the power line or pole so that other animals are not injured by it. The eagle's injuries are looking better today, glad to report. Now he'll only have to wait for his new flight feathers to grow back, which can take several months.
A heartwarming reunion today for a New York National Guard rescue worker and a homeless puppy from St. Croix. In October, Nate's Honor Animal Rescue in Lakewood Ranch received 24 homeless dogs and cats displaced by Hurricane Maria. Among those animals was a litter of puppies that had been found and cared for by soldiers from the New York National Guard, who were then deployed to assist Virgin Island police. One rescue worker quickly formed a bond with one of those puppies and vowed that when she returned to the United States, she would give this puppy a home. Now, 5.5 weeks later, the puppy has been flown to Florida and is getting prepared to go home with its new owner.
It was difficult for them emotionally with all the travel and all the stress of losing their homes and all of that kind of stuff. It was kind of difficult for them to warm up to us at first, but health-wise they were in good shape. It's amazing. It doesn't take long to fall in love, I guess we have found out, especially when it's puppies. And it really says that, you know, people will go to great length to give an abandoned puppy a home.
Well, of the 24 dogs and cats that Nate's Honor Animal Rescue received from St. Croix, 16 of them have already found their forever homes. So I am so happy to hear that. And those little dogs are so cute.
And that one there has a new home with the woman who helped rescue.
I know.
Yeah,
that's a great
awesome.
story.
Yep. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, Governor Scott requesting a hefty boost in tourism marketing for next year, while lawmakers are questioning the increase in funding.
And the Florida Supreme Court announcing their decision to consider an appeal for a well-known smoker's death case. Those stories when we come back.
Thanks to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, what was once impossible is happening today for thousands of patients with blood cancer.
I live.
I live. I live. I live.
I live.
She lives.
Because of the research done by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society in the battle against blood cancer.
If you had a chance to support the research that is saving lives, what would you do?
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Watch ABC7 wherever you are. Just search ABC7 on your streaming device to keep up with the Suncoast from the comfort of your couch. Download ABC7 now to watch us on TV anytime you want. ABC7, we're here for you wherever you are. Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Governor Rick Scott's request for lawmakers to boost tourism marketing next year might be a tough sell in the House. Today, House members said that Visit Florida would have to justify the proposed $24 million increase by showing just how many visitors are coming to Florida due to the agency's marketing efforts. Last year, 112.3 million people visited the Sunshine State, and 82.2 million have so far this year. Lawmakers provided $76 million to Visit Florida during the current fiscal year, and Scott has requested $100 million for the next fiscal year. Scott points to the effects of Hurricane Irma as the reason for that increase. Lawmakers will consider the funding request during the legislative session that starts next month.
A divided Florida Supreme Court deciding today to take up a controversial smoker's death case. In a 4-3 decision, justices agreed to consider an appeal in a case filed against R.J. Reynolds Tobacco by Gwendolyn Odom, whose mother died of lung cancer after smoking cigarettes. A jury found R.J. Reynolds at fault and awarded $6 million. That amount was reduced to $4.5 million because the woman was held to be 25% responsible for her illness. But last year, a court of appeals said the compensatory damage award was excessive for a case brought by the adult child of a dead smoker. So it rejected the award altogether. Odom's attorneys asked the Supreme Court to take the case in March.
All right, well, stay with us. Bob Harrigan has your first alert weather forecast when we come back.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye. And over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation.
1-800-813-0109.
Naomi, my California closet designer, has been my partner in crime. She was genuinely fun to work with. We have had a ball collaborating on the 8 units that we have done in our home. The closets in the house are great, but the den is what everyone comments on when they walk in the house. And it's so beautiful. They say, whoa, who did that? And I said, it's California Closets. My name is Melissa, and this is my California Closet story.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Selfless service is the guiding principle of every Army National Guard soldier. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. To be an Army National Guard soldier is to serve something greater than yourself. Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
ABC7 News at 7 weeknights. Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, another day in the 80s. It's been a very warm week, and it looks like we'll go out on the work week on a warm note, too. Friday was expecting to see highs in the upper 60s. Now they'll be in the upper 70s as the system is delayed a little bit. Beautiful out on the waters in the Gulf of Mexico. Looking at the Casey Key webcam, showing seas running less than 2 feet. Now small craft advisories are in order for our coast, I think, on Saturday. And unfortunately, we've got a couple of boat parades taking place on Saturday evening, and could be a little rough going. Sarasota right now, this is at Siesta Key, and Cindy Desmond getting that nice shot with the sea oats right there in the foreground and the sun going below the horizon there. While the Titan radar picture continues to depict a lot of rainfall to the north of us associated with this frontal boundary. Now we're out in the warm sector right now. Cold air is back here to the north, and as this cold air eventually spills in our direction, we're going to see it move off to the east and then to the southeast. And it will move in our area on Saturday mainly, it looks like. For the time being, it's going to stay to the north of us. A little bit of a frontal boundary located to the north, producing some showers over North Florida. That rain's going to stay to our north tomorrow. And even looks like the rain chance only at 20% for a few passing showers late Thursday. Temperatures currently in the low 70s in Cortez, Bradenton, and in Venice. Northport, you're at 75. The Gulf water temperature now 74, taking at the end of the Venice Pier there. 77 in Arcadia and 80 in Lake Placid. Well, the temperature trend has been bumped forward a day now, so the cooler air will arrive on the weekend with high temperatures only in the low 60s to mid 60s. We'll warm up quickly on Tuesday, and another cold front due to arrive late Tuesday night and on into Wednesday morning of next week. Currently at 73, the dew point way up there at 71 with a high dew point temperature. There's a good possibility of some fog. Now the pressure, although high, has been falling throughout the day today. The high today was 80 degrees, well above the average of 75. This morning's low was warm too at 61. We'll be in the mid 60s to start things off tomorrow morning. Could use a little bit of rainfall. The deficit so far for the month, nearly a ½ inch of rain, but for the year we're still plus 13 due to a couple of tropical systems. Now the futurecast is showing that this system will bring some snow and freezing rain to the western portion of Texas, and you'll notice some of that changing over to snow near the panhandle of Florida on late Friday. You can see that right there quite clearly. Some freezing rain, possibility of sleet, snow late Friday evening and into Saturday morning here. Now the heavier showers on our doorstep will be late Friday evening and into Saturday morning. We'll see scattered showers up until then. We're not expecting any thunderstorms. At least the Storm Prediction Center is suggesting that any storms that do develop will be well to the south of us with the passage of the front on Saturday. Well, as far as rainfall forecast goes, the heaviest rain by far will be to the north of us, but there could be some pockets, and we could see some moderate to heavier rainfall in some areas. This one depicting some heavier rain up to 1 inch, but generally we're looking at a 1/4 inch over most areas here along the Sun Coast. And as far as the satellite picture goes, you can see all that moisture extending all the way from Texas over to Georgia. Well, for boaters, a little bit of morning fog around, and then southeast winds turn to the south at 10 knots, and seas will be 2 feet or less, and the water temperature now at 74 degrees. UV index will be a 5 for us tomorrow. Low tide upcoming 7:45, and sunset at 5:36, sunrise at 7:07 tomorrow. Some fog late, partly cloudy otherwise, 66 for your low. Tomorrow, morning fog burns off, a 20% chance for a few showers, a high near 80 degrees, and then 70% chance for rain comes mainly late Friday and then Friday night and Saturday morning. And then we cool down through Monday. Linda?
What do these two things have in common? Horsepower. Coming up, we'll give you a preview of the Show Folks Circus.
First out the door when it matters most. For more than a decade, he's been right there, everywhere. And when American jobs are on the line, he leads the charge. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast, and we thank you.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. They send out devastating letters, garnish paychecks, and even put liens on your home or business. You may have heard of it. It's called enforced compliance. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms and can negotiate a tax settlement with the IRS. It's that simple. And if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars, finally ending your financial stress. Now is the time for a fresh start. Now is the time to call Tax 10,000. 800-699-3188. That's 800-699-3188. Call now.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
In the spotlight tonight, some of the biggest stars in the circus world will be performing in Sarasota this weekend.
It's the 50th anniversary presentation of the Show Folks Circus. ABC7's Linda Carson has more.
Show Folks Circus celebrates half a century of great shows by making this the best one ever.
We have pulled out all the stops, and we have assembled some of the greatest circus stars, not only around the country, but they perform all over the world.
Show Folks can get these performers because it was founded as a gathering place for circus stars.
Show Folks is a result of the late Carl Wallenda's, the famous high wire artist. It was his dream to create a unique cast of circus entertainers to perform for the citizens of Sarasota as a way of giving back to the community to show our circus heritage.
As daredevil clown Bello Knock makes you laugh while performing his death-defying act, he'll rev it up a notch or two to impress the famous circus performers, past and present, in the audience. Superstars Johnny Rocket and Tina the Galaxy Girl were also drawn here by Show Folks.
Me and Tina, we're usually headline entertainers in any show that we go to. Bello Knock is a headliner to any show that he goes to. Giovanni Zoppi is a headliner. So all these people, usually a show can afford to have like one of those people in their show. This show, for this one-time thing, is going to have, it basically consists of nothing but headliners.
Their act involves a motorcycle raceway in the sky.
I do stunts like hang by my neck, rappel myself around. We call it the neck spin, or the helicopter spin, also known as, and I actually hang by my toes.
It's called the Cybertrons. It has a motorcycle on one end, very similar to this one, and then on the other end is an aerial trapeze, and that's where the lovely Tina Wynn does all her crazy stunts on.
Here are two more performers.
This is Champ, and he's part of a little pony routine. The other two guys are over there, and they do a liberty act. My wife presents it. They basically run in a circle and do different tricks.
Alex does a motorcycle high wire act.
So pony on up to the Show Folks 50th Anniversary Circus Show. You will never see anything like this again. It's December 8th and 9th. It's Robarts Arena, and Champion will show you a few tricks he's got under his hat, and you will not believe what you see this thing do. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
How about Linda riding on the back of the motorcycle during
There you go. I think that would be quite an act.
Yeah, we'll get a lot of hits, believe me. We're looking at some nice weather here, considering what's happening around the rest of the U.S. I didn't get a chance to show you this, but look at the temperatures over the northern plain states. That's that cold Arctic blast right now. Those are current temps. Minneapolis at 16, 10 at Minot. You factor in the wind, feels like 2 in Minneapolis, 23 in Chicago right now, 37 in Kansas City, even down to 34. That's what it feels like in Atlanta. And we are going to see chilly weather continuing, mainly to the north of us, though. We'll see highs here around 80 degrees, so it will stay warm. I want to get to those graphics just to show you that, Dan. As far as snow cover goes, it's been pretty lax as of late, but now we're starting to see an increase in snow. Look at that, all the way down into Texas. There could be some accumulation there as a result of this storm system, which is developing now. And it could bring even some snow into Florida. The panhandle of Florida, Friday night, Saturday morning. Which is a little unusual this early. Yeah. They do see snow occasionally, but not this early.
Huh. Okay. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for joining us. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you again right here at 11. Have a good night.